All right. Who are you?
Christian.
All right. What'd you play?
Royal Paladin, Sing Saver.
So I heard you got top 4.
Yes.
Did you get carried?
No.
All right. What was your records for the day?
3-2? It's 3-2 or 4-1.
2 or 4-1. That was for V, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was one of those two.
Wait, but you guys played. Pretty sure you guys played 6 rounds, all right? Or
No, it was 5 rounds.
5, and then top 8, and then you guys went to top 4, but then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That was just for Swiss.
Okay. Let's take a look at your deck then.
Okay.
So why did you play Royal Paladin?
Well, we were gonna do Jewel Knights because that was the new hotness, but then we came over the problem that we had to play more draws, and I did not want that, so I figured, why not just play Sing Saver? Okay. Let's play Bruce in V and see how it goes.
I see what you mean. Yep. Sing Saver is like a turn 4 deck.
Very not as slow as people think, especially when you have Seeker. If your opponent's already at 3, you're already swinging with a crit.
Okay.
If you call him.
I see you have the Jewel Knight package in there too. Is that...
This is casually one of the most amazing things that they have done for Royals is just this package alone. Just when it was just these 3 cards, the deck was okay. But these 2 kind of changed up the deck entirely. This being a 10k shield that goes back to your hand and soul charge and putting something at bottom allowed always to get to a certain point and have 10 more shield in your hand. This allowed more superior calls if you wrote it, and also it did allow to get to the 3 soul we need even before writing Thing Saver.
Okay.
So, with this, you can look at the top 3, call a grade 2 or less Jewel Knight, call it to Rear Guard, and then put the rest at the bottom in any order you want. No shuffling.
Did you consider playing Diaconnect Dragon as well? It's the grade 2 where it's placed and there's another Rear Guard in the same column. You soul charge 1.
That was originally a part of the build, but this kind of did better because I get a draw on attack and putting 1 in the soul.
Okay.
So it did the soul charge already, so I didn't need to put another grade 2 in.
Okay. So I see you're only playing 3 Blast Blade Seekers. Any reason for that?
Easy, because since we didn't see, during my whole thing, I didn't see Narcomic. So that was the one positive of being able to play. Since basically most of the deck puts stuff back into the deck, we can play a low count. And plus, if we play a low count and we don't see it, and we write Thing Saver and use skill, we just call it. So we don't need many. We at least need 3. 2 is too little. 3 is the perfect number. 4 is clunky because we need to play 4 of all the Jewel Knights. And then our grade 3 searchers so we can get to the Thing Saver.
So would you say the Blast Blade Seeker is like one of your weaker cards because it's just there for the Thing Saver
Not
play?
really. It's just more of a... I'd rather see Pacific things like... most of the games I rode these 2. Because mostly this one I try to ride. Because if I ride over it or place over it, I get a draw card. So I constantly drew.
One thing. Did you ever have to like play her over her, so you just draw into your parts?
No.
No, okay.
No,
Sometimes people have to do that to get to their Thing Saver.
We surprisingly did not come to that issue during the whole thing. I think I checked, I did 1 time, and that was for grade 1.
Okay.
And we still hit the 1. We still hit these 2.
Okay.
So it was fine. Writing into this just pressures the opponent to not call anything in the back to make better columns so that I have to throw down at 15k. Because if they do, they get punished for it.
That's right.
Like,
you gotta look out for like Narukami's Demolition Dragon or Chaos Breakers, Craven Claw and whatnot. So
yeah. So a little bit of a punishment if I ride into this, but they're then punished once I ride over it so I can draw.
Okay.
So these 2 still draw. If we ride in the Sisyphus, that's fine. it's not a loss. We're just attempting. It's just the one that I rode into, and we still look for Sing Saber.
Okay. How about your matchups? What'd you play during your rounds? Like
We faced the Rebirth first.
Not
the Rebirth. The Cross.
Oh, the Cross. Okay. And did you played against the Cross then, right?
The Cross was I played the Cross.
How did that go?
Lost.
All right. Is it because you didn't have your Heal Guardians in hand, or did you just like triggered hard?
Just couldn't outgrind enough at that point.
Okay.
I just generally lost to not being able to guard.
Yeah, but it is a fast deck versus your a little bit slower deck. So.
Yeah, we were still at turn. It was turn 6.
Okay, so you did grind it out a little bit.
Yeah, we went into time, and then he won immediately.
Okay.
So
you went time. Okay.
Yeah, we went into time. Next one was Grand Blue.
Okay.
It was Night Rose. I think it was no. It was Reverse Cocytus.
Reverse Cocytus.
Yes.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I saw Reverse Cocytus. Won that matchup more due to a misplay, in my opinion. He rode into his Reverse Cocytus, even though his rear guard had a crit. So I would still been able to block, but it would have been more cards out of my hand. Game 3 was
table.
Game 3 was either no. It was
Don't touch the table. It's shaking it.
Oh, okay. It was Grand Blue again. It was Night Rose.
Okay.
Night Rose just missed pieces entirely.
Did they play?
They rode into Dragon.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that would explain a lot of things.
Yeah.
What about your 5th match?
The 4th match.
Or 4th match, yeah.
That was against the Faubus that topped. I lost entirely because they had every piece they needed. They had perfect game. They
had the 4 Pursuit Assaults, right? What a baller.
Well, they had the 1 Pursuit Assault, but they had their pieces to where I couldn't do much else.
Okay.
They had their full attacks.
Yep. Yeah,
Then we go in,
good.
and then the last one was Sanctuary Guard.
Oh.
Yeah. Sanctuary Guard. It was Sanctuary Guard with the Jewel Knight package, which is okay. It's decent, but yeah.
Okay then. And then what was your overall team? 4-1, right? Pretty sure it was 4-1.
Yeah, it was 4-1
Yep.
per team. We lost to Water Gang. That was the one loss we took. It was, and then we ran it back.
It's okay. We lost to Water Gang too.
Yeah. Definitely strong team. They really had what they wanted.
So who did you play in top 8?
We did the run back.
Oh, against Water Gang? Okay.
Well, we faced a different team. They had, I don't remember what I played against.
Okay.
I think, no, I do, I remember. It was Grand Blue.
Oh, it was Grand Blue, yep.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Grand Blue.
Grand Blue?
I had, in C block, I had a lot of Grand Blue.
Okay.
It was Night Rose. They just, dragons were at bottom. All their dragons were at bottom of the deck.
Okay.
They didn't see them. They didn't see any pieces. They milled too many triggers. I just... during my final turn, I had seen another one of this, so my first swing was going to be with crit.
Okay.
So too much pressure on that end. We did the run back against Water Gang.
Okay.
I won against the Faubus player.
Again.
Because, yeah, I won against him since he didn't have his pieces, which is the one weakness I will say about Faubus, but definitely when you have the pieces, it is very, very high play.
Basically, he didn't have his pursuits and his...
He had the Pursuit Assault, he just didn't have enough stuff to rest to Superior Ride.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So...
Wait, if he has 1 pursuit, then he can just use that to rest. That's
yeah,
3
he
right
just no, he didn't have enough to do straight.
Oh, so then, okay, I guess he didn't have it then. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't have it, and then I just win because he had to guard very heavily on my first Sing Saber turn. Go in, he just lost.
Okay.
The other 2 lost. That was fine.
That's all right.
We're in top 4.
And then what was your top 4 match? What did you play against?
It was Bermuda. It was Prism. It was the one matchup that I never played against for Bermuda.
What?
Yeah.
But I'm here.
I didn't take your training on that part.
Should have signed up for my training camp.
I literally should have. So, I only made it to grade 2 because they sacked me with double crit, and I was already at 3 damage.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't have any heal guardians to help you? Any shielding?
I no guarded because they already swinging with 2 more attacks, so I had to keep a good amount of guard. I was like, okay, let it go through.
It happens. So,
Yeah. It's
alright.
fine. We still made top 4 with this.
Yeah, definitely. Top 4 is not something to scoff at. It's really
Yeah,
good.
especially for this deck, because I didn't see any at all. For like any like top 8s or 16s, it's been either Jewel Knights or Jewel Knights.
Yep.
The package is great. There's not much that could really improve the deck entirely, since we still have to get to turn 4.
Okay. There's like a 99% chance that Reverse Ashley is coming. Are you going to switch over depending on what she does?
Depending on what she does, because if Ashley brings more Jewel Knights, then the Jewel Knight package is a lot more consistent. That's the one thing I also will mention about Jewel Knights. In Premium, it's a whole thing. It's good enough. But in V, it needs another 2 and then another 1. If Ashley somehow is better than Solomon, maybe, but if they just bring 2 more Jewel Knights into the game, it's good.
Just need more card names with Jewel Knight.
Yes, that is basically the whole thing with Jewel Knights, just card names.
Alright. Well, congrats on your top 4. Thanks for the interview.
Yep.
You got any shoutouts? No shoutouts? Okay.
No shout. This is I won because my dad passed away previously, and I promised I would make top 4.
Okay.
Or at least make tops. So, I know he's smiling down at me from heaven after he passed away.
I'm sure he's proud of you.
Yeah. I did promise him, and I kept my promise.
Alright. Well, thank you, Christian.
Yep.